Everyone, and welcome to Moto 3, the opening Triple Crown MegaMix Series 2024 HRL. Last Moto here around Hogtona. A year ago, ran our first Triple Crown opener for Hogtona. Here we are with the second one, multiple Daytona races over the year, or over the years, but this is the second one on this particular version in the Hogs. So, lining it up for Moto 3. If you didn't see the end of that, Moto 2, huge crash at the end, mixed things up tremendously. And now going into Moto 3, I'd say your two favorites in the points from what I was looking at are probably, well, they might still be in, I'd say it's probably Elite for sure, leading, and then Opix not too far behind throughout all the cheese with all that happening. Points wise, it's probably those two in the favored position. It's likely going to come down to whoever has a better finish between those two. Although I think Elite has a bit of a buffer on Opix, but Opix is not too far behind, and a win could get him there. So they are probably the two favorites, which is interesting because they had their moments, and we haven't said too much about them. But Elite was there at the end of both races, good finishes. And not a moto win out of either of them, but just good consistency, and that might be the key for Hogtona this year. So we'll see how it works out. So going through starting lineup, inside to outside, are going to be Roman, Silver, Hunter. Oh yeah, order was cheese. My bad. I forgot about that. We had the wrong order at the time, but it's Roman, Silver, Hunter, Coop, Luke, Camby, Matt, Detail, Soul, Elite, Opix, Blake, and Armada. Bringing up the rear. We haven't done any POV action. Let's do some here to start off Moto 3. Go on board with your previous winner. Green flag, 40 laps again. Kicking off Moto 3 with Armada here. Again, this was winner of Moto 2, the winner of Hogtona overall last year. And we... okay, well, that's a great start. That's a great start. Maybe we'll give you some POV on the next restart, Ramda. Watch the race to the line here. I don't know how we're already cheesing on lap 1. Gah! Yeah, again, if you missed it, Armada was some great late race restarts, specifically the second to last restart. He did a good job on the last one too, but specifically the second to last one was maybe not called on that caution. Was a brilliant restart. Really credits him with the win. And then a lot of drivers were up front, but shuffled out. But Armada, I think the lowest he dropped in Moto 2 was maybe 5th, maybe, but I want to almost say 4th. Like he was up there like the whole time, and then just waited for his opportunity. Eventually got it. Another huge moto win for him. I'm sure he's very happy with that. We have something that'd be interesting to mention this early on in the third moto is we have a new system. Well, really, it's like an old system coming back essentially, but yeah, exclusivity on the grand finals again this year. So I think it's 6, the top 6 points finishers make their way in to the grand finals just off their points finishes, and then there's the 2 wild card spots and moto wins, overall wins, that type of stuff could play pretty heavily into those wild card spots, and you never know what position you're going to be in at the end of the season. So for Armada picking up, that might finally be it. Opix in the wall getting bounced off. That might finally be the first caution. But yeah, you never know what position you're going to be in. So moto win out of Armada might prove to be pretty important later on in a few months. Whenever I get to the breakdowns and such, I'll probably try to go through all that in more depth. But yeah, just something that I thought would be nice to bring up if anyone wasn't aware of it. So yeah, the wildcard points can play a pretty big role in who gets that wildcard spot, and Armada getting some on the board with that moto win already. So leading him down on this restart is going to be Luke, Roman, Hunter, Silver, front 2 rows. It's Let's get locked back in here. Green flag.
Lap complete.
Oh, there's the outside run. Hunter to the inside. Clean so far as we can tell. 3 wide for the lead, potentially. Oh, that was close. That was close, but still keeping it clean. It's Hunter and Soul to the inside. Luke on the outside. That's top 3 battle. Huge dive from Soul. Gonna just try to almost slide job it, potentially. Huge run on the outside. Whoa. What just... Look at these runs. What just happened? That was crazy. It looked like the inside... Oh, no. That's... He keeps going. And into a 4 wide, but they're still going. What the hell? This is a crazy restart. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what happened on the turn 2 exit right there. It looked like... I thought Soul for sure. I mean, oh, no. Is that finally it? That might finally be it. I thought Soul for sure was going to have, like, a decent enough run, like, bog a little bit, sure, but it seemed like Soul and Hunter bogged down, like, way harder than I thought they would. And then Luke and, it might have been Roman as well, just, like, shot out from the outside, and Luke went to the lead, and yeah, it must have been Roman, because Roman's second. Soul is still in third, though. But yeah, it must have been those two, just the absolute speed they had from the outside combined with the checkups from, like, Soul and Hunter, I want to say, on the inside. Just made for a crazy looking speed difference, and that bunched everybody up. That was pretty cracked. Yeah, I don't know. Soul maybe not confident with where he was, maybe not confident with his exit. I'm not sure. Maybe he did just get a bog. I don't know. It just looked like he was going to be fine. It looked like they were going to be fine, and then they just weren't. Like, don't get me wrong, the outside was going to get the run, but I didn't think it'd be that much of a run. I don't know how it ended up being that big of a speed difference. But that was it was pretty nuts. So yeah, Luke, Roman, Soul, top 3. Armada. Jesus, how did that happen? Armada, maybe we should have stayed on his POV. Armada already up to 4th. Maybe he's on the comeback. Maybe he's on the comeback. Trying to become the 2-time Hogtona champ. See if he can do it. 2-time Moto winner locked in already. Big slide for Blake there. But keeping it going. Still going green here. And this is nice. We're getting some great green flag action at the beginning of Moto 3. Hopefully we can keep this up. This is great. I'm sure it won't go the whole Moto. But after... well, I mean, this track's always going to have a decent amount of cautions, but the way tonight's been, these green flag runs are pretty nice at the beginning of Moto 3. To be fair, though, Moto 2 actually started off pretty decent, too. I mean, there's a few cautions, but, like, green flag runs were pretty good. There's good battling, and they lasted a decent amount of like, the beginning of Moto 2 was also pretty solid. But there must have been a caution in the back somewhere, because we're cheesing on the front stretch, yeah. I think we're finally going to have another one here. But look at that. Field getting through 15 laps already, almost halfway through. That was fast. That was really fast. Yeah, look at how fast... these freaking, these races probably feel so long, but look at how fast, when they can keep it clean and not too many cautions, how fast these can roll by. Can go very quick. All right, we'll give you your chance now. So going on board with Armada. I'll say it another 10 more times. Previous Hogtona champ. Here we go. Green flag. It's Luke and Roman on the front row. Soul to Armada's inside here. Again, Armada in 4th in this current position. Let's see what he decides to do here. Trying to get this outside run. It's a decent one, not too bad. Let's take a look behind him. Stacking up in the back, no surprise there. Soul going deep inside, making these early aggressive moves on these restarts. Armada going to take advantage of that run there on Roman.
Lap complete.
Behind again. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, lap on board with Armada, and a pretty good one at that. He's going to move into 3rd. We did have a caution in the back. Dang it, no. We're doing so well. What happened? All right, this restart, let's go on board with detail previous Moto 3 winner and top 3 overall finisher from Hogtona last year, trying to get one on the board here late. One more chance to do it in the middle of the pack. Green flag. Not the best start. Looked like he lost a little bit to the beginning there. Soul going aggressive early as we've seen him doing, and he's doing a very good job at it. He's hasn't done anything too conk so far, but he's making moves on these early restarts. Roman getting pinched out. Hopefully he is able to keep it going. But yeah, Soul's been doing a really good job of keeping it clean and, you know, being involved. And yeah, he's looking like an early front runner potentially for this Moto 3. Soul doing a great job of sticking with it, but he does lose a little bit on the front stretch. Luke gonna get a decent gap. Soul still holding on to a solid second though. It's detail on Armada to the outside, and we had a caution. Ah, man. Can't even get into my groove now. We're doing so well. All right, this time let's go on board with Roman. Green flag.
Lap complete.
Completely different sound that we're getting from the Hogs in these onboard restarts. But yeah, we're going to be hitting the halfway point in this moto at the end of this lap, I believe. Huge run in front, huge run on board. Camby and Roman, the inside of detail. That might open up battle here. Oh, detail gets that run, though. That's huge, because look at the pack that was coming behind him there. Huge time to get that run. Roman and Camby tried to carry it, but they weren't able to make it the whole way. Good two-way battles, a little bit of wall contact, but nothing too bad there. The turn 2 exit. And yeah, Soul made the move on the restart. Soul takes the lead, Luke battling back for it, but yeah, Soul taking the lead, and like I said, he's been very aggressive on those restarts, but he's done a pretty good job at it. And he might be an early front-running contender. A pretty good lead battle at that, especially how strung out most of the field's gotten, although third place is getting pretty hype. What is this battle? It's, what is it, Elite, Opix, and Armada? Oh, okay. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. It's like Roman and Camby are still trying to make their way up. I think Detail going for the inside of Armada, and maybe to the inside of Opix too. No, not enough. Oh yeah, maybe. The very end of it. Trying to steal that. Oh, Armada into the wall. I don't know about a caution on that, but that is going to cause a checkup. Unfortunately, going to slow them down a bit. Lead battle continuing. They're keeping it very close up there, and they're getting a gap too. Oh! What happened there? So it was strung out for a bit, but then the backpack got very tight at the end there, apparently. And we have Roman and Armada right there. It's Blake, Hunter, and Camby. Hunter just gets airborne. Oh, Blake gets the two-wheel as well. And yeah, they're both just gone. Hunter, the brutal flip right in front of Camby. Camby makes contact. Coop slides by it. Silver and Matt going to dodge or get through it as well and take those positions. Hunter going to go all the way to the back. Wow. That's an unfortunate crash for him. Costs him all the way to the back of the field. That being said, there's still some time left. It's not too bad, but past halfway, you know, definitely not when you want that to the back rack. You'd rather have that 5 laps in. You don't want it past halfway. It's getting to that point where you can't really be affording those. Go on board. Matt this time. Green flag. Again, almost about 25 laps through the 40-lap moto. And again, final one of the night. Oh, a little loose. Okay, they keep it going. Nice battle in front of us as well. Oh, wow, look at that dive. Those dives off of turn 4. Look at these moves. Look at these runs. Some of these drivers figuring it out on this restart, apparently. Massive runs coming in. Oh! Opix goes down on that one. Brutal. That's going to be a caution for sure. Who the hell even is the lead battle at this point? Oh! Oh, no! A big crash in the race to the line. It was Soul. It has to be Elite. Yeah, I was going to say. It was Soul and Elite. Let's see if we can get both of those crashes. Are we far enough back? Yeah, we're far enough back. So let's see if we can get both of these crashes. So here, whatever happened on that restart, Soul and Elite ended up being the battle for the lead. Detail goes to third. Luke falls all the way back to fifth. So some big moves made in the front on that restart. Armada trying to compete for this too. But you see they're trying to hold inside, and then that checks up Roman. And I mean, this one's just kind of unfortunate. And then Opix is just going to get dragged into the wall. That one's just pretty unlucky because Detail and Armada were trying to keep it clean. And then that slows up the people behind him, and then Opix kind of bites the dust off it. So it wasn't really, you know, not anything really like intentional or bad on that. That was pretty bad luck out of Opix, I'd say. And then this is the one, because the caution's already out, and they're coming to the line. This one's crazy. Caution's already out, they're coming to the line. Luke and Armada gonna have third and fourth. And Armada drifts wide. Body checks Luke into the wall. That's gonna get... Is it Roman? It's Luke and Roman again. Like the end of Moto 2. But Roman gets through it a lot cleaner that time. He gets a great run in the infield. The hell? Roman recovered better than the people on the track. I don't know how he recovered that well. It's gonna throw Luke all the way back to the last two spots. Roman got sent to last at the end of Moto 2, but that time recovered really well off it. I don't know how he got that run through the infield. That was crazy. He got back on the gas quick. Yeah, that's a big shakeup. And then Armada didn't even... It must have slowed him up as well. He must have got past after it, because look at this. Armada's lining up in fifth, too. Unless he just wanted the inside. Maybe he just wanted the inside, but... This is a big shakeup for this Moto. So Elite is now... He's here now, and he's leading him down. Soul, Detail, and Camby. I mean, we've seen Soul up here like this entire Moto, and I feel like Elite's been hovering around it, but some new faces as well. Late in the Moto 2... Or in the Moto TOO, you know what I'm saying, in Moto 3. Green flag.
Lap complete.
Big run on the inside there. Is that Roman? That's Roman. Not wasting much time. Oh, check up. 4 wide. Lucan maybe Silver to the outside, and then a driver to the inside as well. Who got shuffled out of that? It was Matt trying to make it work on the inside. Oh, no! And that's going to be a caution. Let's take a look at a replay on that. That sequence, oh yeah. That sequence was insane.
Lap complete.
All right, so we got cheesed with the replay a little bit there, so I'll try to find the exact spot. Okay, so here it is. So this is what happens here. So, is it this one? I think it's this one. So this is Roman, Detail, and Camby, and they're trying to keep it clean, trying to keep it down because they're trying to keep Camby alive. It gets a little bit of wall contact for Camby. And then they're coming down. Blake, Armada, Camby are coming... I think Blake and Armada are coming down to try to avoid Camby coming off the wall. Camby's trying to come off the wall because he's just in the wall, not trying to wreck. And there's a 4 wide behind. And then that opens up the door for Luke to go around the outside and make a double 4 wide for a moment there. And then Luke's going to get around them. Silver's going to try to follow in, but I think Camby just barely gets the block. Matt tries to make a crazy move. This would have been... Wow, we had like a 5 wide for a moment there. Down the tri-oval. All the way into the turn. And then Armada, oh, Armada was in the middle of that, and he gets hit with the lag cheese and flips out. And surely dismounts off that too, right? No, dismount? Ah, oh well. Yeah, the lag cheese flip out of Armada. I don't know what... I don't know how that ended up happening. That didn't look like the other ones where somebody's like not even on the ground. It looked like he kind of just like popped up and flipped, so... But unfortunate. Multiple 4 wides on the front stretch. That restart going to switch things up tremendously again. Late in the race with only 10 to go now. Still elite Soul front row. It's Roman, and now it's Roman Luke second row somehow. Re-rack him back up. Armada to the back off of that too. That's freaking brutal. Running out of time to become the 2-time. He's got to start hauling here at the end. Here we go. 10 to go. Green flag. Definitely running out of time, but it's still 10 laps remaining. And judging on how that last restart went, you never know. Soul with a big hit to the wall. Luke with a big run on the outside. Roman, I think Roman and Detail getting close again. They've been working together for a good portion of this second half of the race. Yeah, that was a big wall hit on the exit of turn 2 for Soul. That's going to end up costing him the battle for the lead, and it's going to cost him second now, too. Luke's going to get around, and maybe even third. Detail with the run to the inside. It just goes to show this accordion effect off it. Eventually, Soul does get the run there, but yeah, I mean, he almost could have went all the way back from battling lead to fourth, so... But luckily, going to get it there. So now it's going to be Elite, Luke, Soul, Detail, and then Roman, solid top 5 for now. Hunter and Camby trying to work their way into that. Getting pretty strung out here at this point. Not going to see those crazy 4 wides that we saw, well, at least right now. Yeah, super stretched out. 3 wide in the back, though. Those guys are gonna save us for the guaranteed late race caution. I don't know if I believe that any of these races are finishing on the actual finish lap. But we'll see. I mean, if any Moto is going to do it, we got a couple battles now, but I mean, this is one of the cleaner looks at the end of the race, so if any Moto was going to do it, I would think it would be this one. Oh, is this... And now the battle for the lead is opening up now, too. And if they battle Elite and Luke, that could bring Soul back into this as well. So things spicing up. Even if it goes green here, things spicing up. Oh no, Soul. Well, never mind. There goes that thought. Soul just absolutely sends it. Exit turn 2. He's gonna lose third off that. I think Detail eventually gonna take that. Yeah, that was a brutal one. But yeah, I was saying that battle for the lead between Elite and Luke. I mean, that could have brought Soul back into it, and he just goes super hard off of turn 2, but a little too hard. Oh, what is that? What is that inside? I don't know about that. That's going to be a caution. So race the line, and this could be for the last restart, and the battle is there. And Elite's going to go back to second on the final restart. Oh, no. Probably, wow, that was really close between Soul and Detail as well. But yeah, that could be huge for the last restart. That being said, Elite still probably in a really good position for the overall. His earlier finishes, but yeah, Hunter going for an epic inside dive here, and that one's not going to work. That one's not going to work. He ends up being like straight sideways with Soul, and man, I mean, there's still a chance we could still end under green. We could still end under green, but starting to look less likely as we go on here. Yeah, as that happens, Luke takes the top spot. Let's see in theater what it looks like for this one, because this one, I don't know how they decided, but this one was freaking close. I don't know, man. I'd maybe just give it to Soul, but that's close. I honestly don't know. That might be an angle one. Like, that one's freaking ridiculous. So they'll have to figure that one out, because it looks that close in theater, the screen lag shit's probably ridiculous. Here we go. One more chance. Can we end a Moto under green? Probably not, but we'll see. For sure, last restart of the night. I want to say, yeah. For sure, last restart of the night. Going to be 3 to go. At the line, like I said, no matter what happens, this is the final one. So I'll go through the order. Last one, last call at Hogtona, Luke, Elite, Detail, Soul, Hunter, Roman, Armada, Silver, Lake, Camby, Opix, Coop, and Matt. Final run here. It's go time. Nothing left to lose at this point. Here we go. Green flag.
Lap complete.
Again, 3 laps to go if we make it there. Oh, it's tight off of turn 2. They keep it pretty clean, but it's going to be some massive runs down the backstretch. Soul now back fighting for second. Elite's got a lot of trouble, but him and Soul, they hook up for the draft. That's massive. That's massive. It's going to get them both away. It's maybe even going to take them all the way to the lead. The draft cheese. Oh, no. We'll take a look at a replay on that wreck in a moment. Oh, and another wreck. Elite. Oh, that could shake up the overall, too. This is going to be it for sure. Cautions. Here we go. Soul, one more chance. Not going to get the run. Luke going to take Moto 3, Soul second, and Roman at the line. Let's see what happened. If we get cheesed, I can fast forward. Okay, we're fine. So let's see what happens. So this is going into 2 to go. This is going into 2 to go, and I don't know why so many wrecks happen in this location, but I feel like a lot of wrecks happened randomly. Exit the tri-oval. So we have this 3-wide battle here. This must be it. Hunter, Armada, Silver? I feel like this must be it. Because this is where the first wreck happens, right? Oh, I think Hunter, way on the inside going into the corner, wants to get a better angle. I don't think he sees Silver to the right. Just sees Armada, and they were not clear. And then just gets Silver into the wall. That's brutal. Well, that sucks for Silver. Coop's, or is it Blake? Blake's going to get into him. Opix and Camby dodge that. Matt goes right into the back of him. Going to get through it, though, as well. I think Coop hitting them both. But then there's also another incident on the exit of... I'll have to fast forward a little bit, but on the exit at 2... And this is a pretty important one because I'm pretty sure it's Soul. Pretty sure it's Soul and Elite. And that's huge because, again, Elite and Opix, I want to say, were the favorites going into this one. The way things were shaken up for that overall. So does this put Elite in a position where he could lose it now? Luke's going to have 2 Moto wins. That one brutal Moto 2 finish. So I don't know. Could anybody else be there? I mean, Soul's got a decent finish, too. I'm not sure if he'd have enough. But yeah, here it is. So Soul going for the inside, going for it. Not a whole lot of time remaining. And he tries to latch onto... Oh, does Elite just make a mistake? Because Soul absolutely latches onto Luke here. Yeah, Elite just goes a little too wide. Just goes a little too wide. I thought Soul maybe was involved, but not at all. Elite just a little too wide. But how much does he lose off of this? Detail dodges it. Roman dodges it. He does make contact with Hunter, and that's huge. Wow, that he took like all of his speed. That's huge that he does that because that might save his race here. Close battles to the end. But yeah, it's gonna be Luke, Soul.
Complete.
Roman Detail. Hunter. Armada. Or Elite. Armada. Elite gets by Armada too. Oh man, so this is huge. But the way the overall shakes up, I mean, we'll go through it at the end here. But how does he get by Armada as well? Wow. Armada blocked the inside. That's crazy. That's a huge extra point there too. So Elite could have thrown it away with that mistake on the backstretch, but recovery I think is gonna be just good enough for him to take it. See, I'll pull up the points at the end here, see how it all shakes out. But those last few passes, or the pull out with Hunter, and then the last at the line on Armada, I think are gonna be enough. Literally those two positions, I think, were the difference maker. There's Opix, and yeah, Opix was already behind Elite, so being behind him again, he's certainly not going to be taking it here. And then Camby, Matt, Coop, Silver, and Blake. Closing out Moto 3. Man, we're so close. We're so close. Just couldn't quite make it. I wish we could have ended a Moto under green, but got close. So there you have it. I'll pull up the results so I can get a quick look at it, because yeah, I'm not gonna remember this off the top of my head. There's just no way. So in the end, Elite will end up taking the overall. No Moto wins on the night, but good consistency. 2 second places to start off with were huge, and those last 2 spots I think literally were the difference maker on that recovery at the end. So that was pretty massive for him. With 42 points, Lucan takes second with 40. Soul ends up taking third, so a huge third Moto from him. For him taking second there, gets him third overall, 36. Opix and Detail both tied 4th, 5th, 35 points apiece. Armada 6th with 34. Roman 7th with 31. Hunter 8th with 27. Blake 9th with 25. Matt 10th with 23. Camby 11th with 21. Coop 12th with 17. Silver 13th with 16. Fireball 14th with 14. And with penalties and whatever, the final order. Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to see this on the phone. There's no shot. Never mind. Well, I can try. Luke, Soul, and then Detailed, then Roman. That one. Roman. And yeah. And then Elite, yeah, Elite running at the top 5, yeah. In that last Moto, so there you have it. You guys enjoyed that. That was pretty sick. And then the wildcard points situation, because I was mentioning that Luke walks away with 3, Elite with 2, Soul 1. Was the heat race part of it too? Probably. Oh, maybe not. Soul taking 1 as well. And Armada getting 1 on the board. So yeah, when I get to the recap, I'll go over that stuff too. But yeah, GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Congrats to Elite. This has happened multiple times in these hog races. It seems like these hog ovals, the no Moto win overall seems to be a lot more common than in the Goose ovals for whatever reason. I don't know why. But it just, I don't have the stats to back this up off the top of my head, but I swear it's way more common in the hogs for this to occur. It's happened multiple times. Hunter got a big one with it. Opix got a big one with it in Indy last season. This time it's Elite. Elite 2 second places and a 5th. Gets him that top spot overall. Elite is your second annual Hogtona winner. So congrats to Elite. Armada, who finished right behind him, could not make the back-to-back happen. He did a respectable effort and got another Moto win on the board, so I don't think he could be too upset. It was a good returning effort. And very easily could have gotten on the top 3 podium. He was not that far away from it, so it was a very good returning effort, I would say, from Armada, but not able to make the back-to-back happen, but he was one of the Moto winners on the night. And that's, yeah, so like he's got, it's Luke with 3, him with 2, and Detail with 1. That's the Moto win count, so that's pretty huge for Armada, having 2 on this track. But yeah, Elite consistency was the key tonight, and it ended up coming out huge for him. 42 points again. Shout out to him. First overall. that I think he's ever gotten, and I want to say, and you know what a first one to get. Hogtona, huge win, and again, and then here Luke was second overall. Good effort, and Soul, good effort as well, especially in that last moto, third overall too. I'm sure Soul's going to be very happy with that. He had a roller coaster of a night, it seemed like, so I'm sure he's going to be very happy with the result at the end of all of it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Another crazy Hogtona opener. It's just, I mean, you just know that this track's good for it every time. You just know what to expect, or to expect the unexpected, rather, in a way. But yeah, GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next week is going to be the Reach GP week, and that'll be an interesting one. We're gonna see a new track from Detail, Rolled Oak GP on Reach. That one's pretty sweet. I think that one will be a pretty freaking brutal track, honestly. That one's more of a test than it seems like. So it'll be interesting to watch the race on that. And then Eagle River. Reach Eagle River, if we have a turnout like Hogtona, and we did have some missing drivers this week. Oh man, Reach Eagle River might be something. Rolled Oak too, honestly. Like that Reach GP night, that's gonna be a fun one to watch. I think there's gonna be some chaos. So that'll be a fun one to watch. But yeah, don't miss out on that one next week, because obviously a lot of hype going into the Hogtona return. But I think the Reach GP night with those tracks, I think that's kind of a sleeper pick on the season. I think that one could be really fun to spectate. And then going into March, we have Iron Hog, and that's going to be our first like crazy special format. So exciting things to come. Don't miss them, and hopefully see you guys for those events.